Helping suffering people die. When someone is suffering deeply, should we not help that person die? See, when you were born, your mother suffered immensely. So, if we believe it is okay to relieve someone of their suffering by killing, we should have killed her or killed you at that time. Do you think people on their deathbed are suffering as much or more than those in the labor ward? Not necessarily. This question is coming up these days because we are seeing more and more people surviving as vegetables here for a long time. This prolonged suffering would not be there if you did not unnecessarily interfere with the process of life and go on medically pushing death. Without this, no one will stay beyond their natural time. Does it mean that when you get a disease, we should withdraw all medical support? No. Many people have bounced back from all kinds of hopeless situations. Many times people thought someone would die, but they have bounced back and lived on. So, should we not give these people also a chance? Who is to decide who should be helped to die and when? If there is a 100% medical prognosis that there is no way to recover, they can withdraw the medication. But where is the need to push someone into death by injecting a poison or something else? If you withdraw medication, if the body is not fit for life, life will move on. It is not for you to decide whether the body is fit or not unless you are conscious of the extent that you can drop it and go. If you are afraid of old age and suffering, why don't you start doing some sadhana now to prepare yourself so that you can leave when you want to? Why do you want to wait for that moment and ask your son or daughter to give you poison? Please see, you're asking them to poison you is not fair to them. Even if out of their compassion or love they give you poison, can they ever forget it? You will go anyway. But why are you burdening those who have to live for a long time with all these things? You can live in such a way that you don't need anyone's mercy. You can live your life to a plan. You live as long as it is effective and you leave gracefully when you have to leave. Not through mercy killing. Why don't you pursue these options? Right now, it may seem that this mercy killing is fine. In society today, people may think it is a revolutionary idea. There are always people who want to be progressive, who are advocating individuals with the power to shed their body at will. This is what I am doing, helping people grow into such a capability that they can terminate their life by will when the time comes, but not by poison or by a pillow. These days, there is another kind of situation because of modern medical intervention. There are more and more cases of people who remain in vegetative states for a long time, and some of them bounce back to life even after many years in that state. So, the people around them go through an enormous trying to decide whether or not to pull the plug on their loved ones. This happened in Morocco. Shankaran Pillai was living in Europe. He had aged a little bit and was watching some program on the television about old age homes and hospices. Watching the program, he told his Moroccan wife, "Darling, if it ever happens that I become vegetative, I want you to pull the plug. I don't want to go through all this. You must just pull the plug." She looked at him and got up and pulled the television plug. So, this decision to pull the plug can be very quickly. Now, about the people who bounce back to life from vegetative or near death states, don't think that they died and were put back. That's not true. It might have so happened that the life force was so shocked it became more projected outward than inward. Even in the conscious state, you are partially outward projected, mostly inward projected. Inward projection of life energies gives you organic unity and stability of life. Outward projection gives you a strong presence and expression of life. The seesaw is naturally happening with all life, including human beings. But human beings with a certain mastery can make this into a conscious choice of this dimensional shift. Therefore, at the moment, it might have been so that you were mostly outward projected, partially inward projected. So, life was making a decision to be or not to be. This is not a philosophical question but a practical question about whether the body is fit enough to be or not be. So, after doing this to be or not to be seesaw for some time, if it chose to be, it is not because of medical workers or a miracle. Maybe the medical workers made the body a little more hospitable than what it would have been, but it is always life which makes the decision to stay because the body is still hospitable. Thank you so much for listening this topic. I want you all to like it, share, subscribe my channel, like, share and subscribe my channel. Bye. Thank you.